to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, 26 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look at each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give to Dobbins. 60 yards on the ground for him so far. 3 yards remain for second down. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. On first down, Dobbins.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they went for the lead there, and remember, that's the second 2-point try they haven't converted on, so those 2 extra points, if they had those, they'd be winning.
And I think the reason they're going for it here is that they were unsuccessful the first time. So when you miss the first time, you're now in a position where you're chasing points, and in this case, it didn't work out well for them at all.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Dances by at the 20, and they move this all the way down to the 9. I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Handoff comes to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he returns this to the 22. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson buying time to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Being chased out left. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff for Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That is Tomlinson, who is down. Boy, not what they want to see. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Edwards. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Once more, Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A give. This is Cook. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to be met at about the 43. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 39 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 10. A minute 17 remains. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Cousins to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 55 yards. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Dobbins again on second down. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Steps away to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jackson. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Jackson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Buying time to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out left. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Dobbins. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put it in the end zone. Then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. That felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a 4th-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Minnesota. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. 6-0 our score after 1. Madison will score. Touchdown, Vikings. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And how about this decision? Tie game, first half, but here's an onside kick. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Throwing, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On play action, Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Edwards now on first and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the... Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. On the handoff, Edwards. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff, Edwards. An even 100 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is... And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. An unfortunate sequence there. Trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And all the way down to the 26. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
4th down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, it's Edwards. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Looking to throw. Jackson dancing to his left. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. 3-yard touchdown.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check. You not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner get to you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't hearing my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy, I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee-deep, I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG, they gotta put my face on the box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip and retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated, I've broken the system. Had to breach it, that's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me, yeah. I got the heart of a god and a genie. I want you to love me, I want you to need me. When I this face is Fiji. I gotta get back to the hood, I remember when I was the needy. Clean me up, squeaky. She fell in love, deeply. Sleepy, they like what I say, they repeat me. Yeah, look, all this money I be spending on BBs. That's why you gotta salute when you see me.
Tonight, from Mexico City, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Jackson. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run. It's Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Rolling to his left.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Jackson on first down. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. His opening drive looked good for a while there last time out, was moving the ball down the field, but then the interception, and they ran it back to the house.
Let's face it, it's a game of human beings, isn't it? Mistakes will happen, and as you noted, he was playing so well on this drive. I don't know if there was a miscommunication between him and his intended receiver. Did they run the wrong route? Anything could have possibly gone wrong there. He'll just have to shake it off and keep firing.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. On second down, it's Cook again. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll run with Madison. And Madison hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jackson steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Dobbins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a carry for Dobbins. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Underneath, pulled in by Tomlinson. And down inside the 15 he goes. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run here with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Looking to throw. Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The play fake. Cousins to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Cousins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Now Jackson on 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we have reached halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 57 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point.
I know the natural instinct is to kick the extra point there and tie the game. But here in this spot, at this point of the game, is there another coach maybe weighing in with what to do here?
Well, I think that analytics are starting to say, with it being from the 2, that you're going for 2 more often. That makes sense. But there, I still like going for 1, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's my first instinct. But I'm understanding how the game is starting to change. And we're getting a number of these quarterbacks who are telling their coaches, we should go for 2 all the time. I want to see if we ever get a team that actually starts to do that.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson buying time to his left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. On first down, Dobbins, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw is Cousins. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got this down to the 35.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here, the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp. And it came back to bite him right there.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Jackson checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Edwards. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 36 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Jackson being chased out left. And it is caught.
They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
So Cousins and the Vikings down 22-21, just under 2 minutes to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, the second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by a touchdown. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Throwing, Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Jackson to throw. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
Jackson steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So that one will be accepted. They'll look to run with Edwards. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. One last shot for Jackson. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
They'll try and run it in. And he is into the end zone. No flags. And there may be a play away from winning the football game. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last